Namaskar. This is Akhilesh Bhargav. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. With a much bigger loss of life and livelihood, which even the government's massive underreporting could not hide, the second COVID wave has hit India and its economy much harder than what even the first one did last year. That's because much before a COVID damaged economy was to even begin its slow recovery from the first one, that it got hit by a far more infectious, fierce, and vicious second one, which unfortunately has coincided with a complacent, self congratulatory, and a completely unprepared government. The ongoing damage to the economy is big. A recent study from the Azim Premji University says that 230 million Indians have fallen into poverty due to the pandemic, with young men and women being the hardest hit. And it further says that 100 million have fallen out of work, of which perhaps 15% jobs are lost forever. A recent Pew's report says that one third of India's middle class has slid into poverty, and a MSME trade body claims that 12% of MSME units in India have closed down, and another 10% are on the verge of doing so because of financial problems. In recent months, India's informal sector too has gone into a far more deeper financial crisis. The point is that the hit has been very hard. While the damage to the economy demands an appropriate and matching fiscal response for its survival and revival, the government is yet to make any such announcement. We are talking about a genuine fiscal response and not like the farce that it was last year. The worst afflicted and affected amongst this slumping economy will be the banking sector, of course, which will experience a rapid build-up and explosion of NPAs because of bad loans. And that explains why Uday Kotak, the CEO of Kotak Bank, spoke about the urgent need for a fiscal stimulus in order to support a doddering Indian economy. He says that India needs to print cash to support the COVID damaged economy. He says that it needs to be given to those at the bottom of the pyramid and for the protection of jobs in affected sectors. He therefore says that it is time to expand the balance sheet of the government, duly supported by the Reserve Bank of India, for monetary expansion and printing of money. And he then asks that if not now, then when? When will we do it? He suggests direct cash transfers to the poor between about 1 to 2 lakh crores, or about 1% of the economy, which he also says will strengthen consumption at the bottom of the pyramid. Mr. Kotak then says that medical benefits need to be given to the poorest of the poor. He further says that there are two categories of businesses at this time. One, which are those in a period of COVID transition and will perhaps survive. And the second, he says, are those which are structurally challenged because of a no longer viable business model on account of COVID, and whose survival, he says, is therefore very difficult. Uday Kotak rightly says that while you cannot let those unsustainable businesses in the second category drag down the larger economy in the long run, he, however, says that we need to provide appropriate solutions to take care of the human sufferings of such enterprises which will have to close down because, as he said, their business model is no longer viable. He finally suggests that the government's collateral-free loans be increased from 3 lakh crores to rupees 5 lakh crores, and that more sectors of the economy be included in it in order to provide greater support to the Indian economy. It is good to see that Mr. Uday Kotak has voiced his concern, though a bit late according to us. In India, business leaders who have reach and influence, instead of taking up issues of national concern with the government, are generally happy to toe the government line, even if it has been faulty and it is not in the nation's overall interest. Whereas, according to us, it is they who should checkmate the government to prevent the continuance of policy blunders by the government. We agree with what Mr. Kotak says that fiscal support needs to be urgently provided to a COVID afflicted economy, even if that means the printing of currency. Let us have a look at the reasons why an adequate and generous fiscal support is badly needed today, when the overall economy has taken a huge beating due to the COVID pandemic. The first reason is that the COVID crisis and the resultant contraction of the economy have resulted in a loss of income for business and households across the table. It has decimated demand, it has disrupted supply, and it has diminished economic activity in India. Such a widespread loss of income in the nation, therefore, has to be replenished, which only the government can do at this scale. The second reason, after such a huge contraction, it is critical to focus on the post-pandemic bounce back of the economy. Maintaining job and business relationships is crucial to ensure that the economy bounces back forcefully whenever the COVID ends. And for that, it is the government that needs to focus on financing and functioning of the overall Indian economy. The third reason, during such a crisis, the economy experiences reduced business investment and spending. It diminishes economic activity, spending, hiring, and production in the economy, which India has been witnessing. This gap can be filled to research economic activity mainly through government spending, fiscal transfers, and investment, because it is only the government which has the resources and the ability to raise this kind of resources to do so. The fourth reason, companies must be prevented from going bankrupt, because if they do so, then restarting, rehiring, and re-establishing business and economic relationships can be very costly. Sometimes they never do come back. Moreover, bankruptcy of a large firm can spread to many others, to mitigate which financial support is needed from the government. The core problem in the economy, which is the fifth reason, in such times is one of liquidity, which puts a temporary halt on economic activity and impacts the solvency of firms. If you look at the fiscal response of the Indian government so far, little has been explicitly done to protect jobs. No cash has been put directly in the hands of the consumer except under the PM Kisan Yojana, and there is a complete absence of a national strategy to ensure a quick bounce back of economic activity in India after the COVID pandemic is over. With simply no strategy to trigger and support a rapid bounce back of the economy, the situation has been left to rectify itself on its own in what we call a Ram Bharose mode. That actually borders on virtually abdicating the responsibility of governance in the country. While this has been the response of the Indian government so far to the COVID pandemic and its impact on the Indian economy, which we think has been grossly insufficient, let us have a look at the fiscal stimulus provided by the American government so far from the perspective of protecting enterprises and jobs, from the perspective of consumer spending, from the perspective of boosting government spending and ensuring a quick bounce back of the US economy, which its economy is already experiencing. The first thing that the US government did was a fiscal stimulus. The fiscal stimulus and growth package announced by the US government so far has been about $6 trillion, which is almost 33% of its GDP, as against a mere 2% of GDP by the Indian government so far. It includes an American Rescue Plan, which has given $1,400 per person so far to over 85% American households. It includes an American Jobs Plan, through a huge investment in infrastructure and non-defense R&D of trillions of dollars. And it also includes an American Family Plan that guarantees education and healthcare for all American residents. Jobless Americans now get unemployment benefit of about $300 to $600 per week, which has kept consumer spending buoyant in the US. It has also had a Paycheck Protection Program loan program to small businesses in order to protect jobs, with such loans being forgiven if certain criteria are met. In effect, these loans have got converted virtually into grants if they've been used for the purpose of protecting jobs. The fact is that with such direct payments, grants of trillions of dollars to its firms, individuals and households, America has supported its businesses, protected its jobs, boosted consumer spending, and has revived its economy by printing currency. Due to this printing and pumping in of dollars in just about a year's time, the balance sheet of the US Fed has ballooned by about 68%, by about $7 trillion, thus building a solid foundation for a quick revival of its economy. We at HW News have always advocated for a generous and robust fiscal support and are glad to note that Mr. Uday Kotak too does now. With the Indian economy having taken a huge hit, it is time to focus on its revival and bounce back. And that needs to be done by giving money to the consumer and to the producer, even if that means that India needs to print currency. We too need to do that, because if we will not do that, as we always say, it will be yet another case of too little and too late. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.